Mollusks, arthropods, and echinoderms. Mollusks are invertebrates that have a muscular mass of tissue called a foot and a multifunctional structure called a mantle. The foot helps function in locomotion, digging, or catching prey. The mantle is a growth from the body's surface that drapes over the animal, which produces the shell in mollusks such as clams and snails. However, the mantle also functions in respiration, waste disposal, and sensory reception. In many mollusks, the mantle also houses a gill which extracts oxygen. Most mollusks have an open circulatory system that includes a heart and blood vessels. The blood vessels open into chambers where organs are bathed directly in the blood. This is different from the segmented worms' closed circulatory system in which the blood was always contained in blood vessels. Mollusks are a very diverse phylum with three major groups: the gastropods, bivalves, and cephalopods. Gastropods make up the largest group of mollusks. They have a single external shell or no shell at all. They live in freshwater, saltwater, and terrestrial environments. Most gastropods live in the ocean. The only mollusks that live on land are land snails and slugs. Bivalves, or mollusks that have two shells held together by hinges and strong muscles, include clams, oysters, and mussels. They live in marine or freshwater environments and use their muscular foot for digging and anchoring in the mud. Cephalopods, such as squid and octopus, are faster and more agile than gastropods and bivalves. A cephalopod's foot is adapted to form tentacles around its mouth. The tentacles contain sensitive suckers which receive sensations of taste as well as touch. They have large eyes and excellent vision and have the most complex nervous system of any invertebrate. Arthropods live in almost every habitat on Earth. Scientists have identified over 1 million arthropod species. They are characterized by their segmented bodies, jointed appendages, and hard external skeletons called exoskeletons. The exoskeleton is different from an endoskeleton, such as the one inside your body, because it consists of layers of protein that make it hard and waterproof. It protects the arthropod and provides points of attachment for muscles that help move the appendages. Arthropods are classified into four major groups: crustaceans, chelicerates, myriapods, and hexapods. Crustaceans are arthropods that have 2 or 3 body sections, 5 or more pairs of legs, and 2 pairs of antennae. The antennae are used for smelling, tasting, touching, and keeping balance. Crustaceans use most of their leg appendages for walking. However, its first pair of legs, called chelipeds, are the large claw-like structures and are used to obtain food and defending itself. Crustaceans include animals such as the crab, shrimp, lobster, and crayfish. Arachnids, or chelicerates, are arthropods with 2 body sections. They have 4 pairs of legs and do not have antennae. The most familiar chelicerate is probably the spider, who is the most feared but the most fascinating kind of arachnids. Other arachnids include mites, scorpions, and ticks. Centipedes and millipedes make up the Myriapoda group and can be found in wet and humid environments such as soil and under rotting wood. Compared with the other arthropods, they have many more pairs of legs. Centipedes have body segments and each have a pair of long legs. Their head has a pair of claws that can be used to go after prey. Millipedes, on the other hand, have 2 pairs of legs per segment and eat dead and decaying plant material. You can tell the difference between millipedes and centipedes because millipedes will curl up into a ball when they are defending themselves. Insects. These make up the hexapods and include beetles, ants, wasps, grasshoppers, and butterflies. They have 3 main body parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. They also have 3 pairs of walking legs and usually 1 or 2 pairs of wings attached to the thorax. Insect wings are extensions of the exoskeleton of the thorax. There are 4 major groups of echinoderms: starfish, brittle stars, sea urchins, and sea cucumbers. Echinoderms are invertebrates with an internal skeleton and a system of fluid-filled tubes called a water vascular system. The skin of most echinoderms is stretched over an internal skeleton or an endoskeleton made of hardened plates. The tubes of the water vascular system can contract or squeeze together, forcing water into the structures. Some of this water is forced into structures called tube feet. The ends of the tube feet are sticky, and when these tube feet fill with water, they act like small, tiny suction cups, allowing echinoderms to move and capture food.